Alright, some of these plastic surgery results are absolutely shocking. First off, we have Meg Ryan. Meg Ryan, who's known for her sweet, innocent look, unveiled a dramatically different look in recent years. Ryan appeared in various rom-coms and series in the 80s and 90s that matched her bubbly personality. It was a time that demonstrated her external and internal beauty. However, female heroine roles eluded the actress in recent years. She decided to go for the classic Real Housewives of Beverly Hills look and changed the natural grace that she had during her prime. Her new appearance sparked debates among fans and the general audience about whether she got work done. The most obvious thing Meg Ryan got done is cheek filler or fat transfer to her cheeks, doctors say. When she smiles, the filler seems to move up, making her eyes look smaller, one doctor said. Surgeons believe Meg may have had too much Botox on her forehead, which dropped to the brows during time. As a result, her eyes looking smaller. Although she still looks absolutely beautiful, it is safe to say everybody misses her cute innocence from the 80s and 90s. Next up, we have Mickey Rourke. This American actor first appeared in Body Heat in 1981 before showing his acting prowess in his preceding films. It's nothing new to compare Rourke's work with the likes of James Dean, even Robert De Niro. His re-emergence in the 2000s with prominent roles in Sin City 2005 and The Wrestler in 2008 solidified his status in Hollywood. Plus, he was once known as one of the film industry's most handsome stars. Unfortunately, plastic surgery made his career dwindle. With his bad boy persona in 80s cinema, a botched plastic surgery changed the public's perception of him. The general audience argues that he had cheek and maybe chin implants. He lost his original tough guy packaging after the surgeries. In 2009, Rourke admitted that his looks did change because of botched plastic surgery. He said most of it was done to mend his boxing injuries. However, he went to the wrong guy to put his face back together, resulting in an extremely changed look. Next up, we have Madonna. At the 2023 Grammys, Madonna revealed her new look, and fans were, let's just say, confused. Some calling her a quote alien trying to blend in as a human, and others blatantly calling her quote hideous. 2 days after the Grammys, Madonna slammed people who chose to focus on her looks instead of the speech she gave before the historic performance she introduced. Sam Smith and Kim Petras were the stars that she was introducing that night. Instead of focusing on what I said in my speech, which was about giving thanks for the fearlessness of artists like Sam and Kim, many people chose to only talk about close-up photos of me taken with a long lens camera by a press photographer that would distort anybody's face, she captioned an Instagram video on February 7th. The pop icon went on to say that she is once again caught in the glare of ageism and misogyny that permeates the world we live in. Madonna says this world does not, quote, celebrate women past the age of 45 and will punish her if she continues to be strong-willed, hardworking, and adventurous. I have never apologized for any of the creative choices I've made, nor the way that I look or dress, and I'm not going to start today, the 7-time Grammy winner continued. I have been degraded by the media since the beginning of my career, but I understand that this is all a test, and I'm happy to do the trailblazing so that all the women behind me can have an easier time in the years to come. In the words of Beyonce, you won't break my soul. Next up, we have Miss Ariana Grande. Now, this one is not as noticeable as the other celebs we talked about, but fans are still wondering what happened to her face. YouTube videos went viral in 2023 and 2022 titled, quote, what happened to Ariana's face, and Ariana's eyes are weird. Here's what we know about Ariana Grande's alleged plastic surgery. 1. A nose job. Ariana Grande allegedly had a rhinoplasty procedure to reduce her nose size and shape it more naturally. This is one of the most common types of rhinoplasty procedures performed on celebrities because it gives them an instantly slimmer face, which makes them appear younger than their actual age. Number 2. Surgeons think she's had a brow lift. According to sources close to Ariana Grande, it is true that she has undergone a brow lift surgery. That is in order to eliminate the sagging skin under her eyes and make her look more youthful. It can do that by helping you look less tired or stressed out while also removing that angry look from your face. Number 3, surgeons think that she has had a facelift in recent years. Another common procedure that many stars go through is facial rejuvenation with fillers such as Botox injections. It helps prevent wrinkles from forming around their eyes or mouth area over time due to their age. Ariana even got emotional in a video posted on Vogue's YouTube channel recently, where she actually admits she no longer continues the Botox treatment and she felt like she was, quote, hiding herself under all those cosmetic procedures. Next up, we have the late Joan Rivers. In 2010, at 23 years old, Rivers revealed that she underwent 10 cosmetic procedures in one day, including a chin reduction, brow lift, and Botox injections. This beloved American comedian, host, and actress paved her way into stardom with her natural beauty. However, it comes as no surprise when plastic surgery enters the equation of a celebrity's life. She has had multiple procedures like facelifts, neck lifts, to name a few. In an interview with her husband Spencer Pratt, she said that she was too young to make life-changing decisions. She said she was under so much pressure from what she saw on the internet, it made her do these surgeries. But Joan Rivers said that everybody should take plastic surgery seriously. For her, the recovery was devastating. Her heart even stopped for a bit, which made her more transparent about all the work that she has gotten done. Next up, we have Jocelyn Wildenstein, a Swiss socialite formerly married to billionaire Alec Wildenstein. When in 1999 Alec filed for divorce, she reportedly spent $4 million on various surgeries. She denies having excessive plastic surgery, citing it's just her Swiss heritage, but admitted to one surgery to make her eyes more cat-like. According to her ex, Alec Wildenstein, she was thinking that she could fix her face like a piece of furniture. Skin does not work that way, he says. Wildenstein claims that she has not had any income at all for the last 8 years after her ex-husband's former family cut her off from her $100 million annual divorce settlement payments. The Swiss-born socialite decided to make a two-part docuseries and potential TV show produced by the team behind the hit Keeping Up with the Kardashians, because all her money's gone. I have a huge problem with my settlement, she told The Telegraph at the luxurious Mayborn Hotel in LA. Since 8 years, they have completely cut me off, she says. Wildenstein, now 82, rose to fame in the 1990s during her high-profile divorce from her art-dealing husband, Alec Wildenstein, from which she received a whopping $2.5 billion in the settlement and $100 million each year afterwards. Next up, we have Miss Donatella Versace. Her designs for Versace may spark 1,000 copycats, but there's no danger of women following suit when it comes to her new face. 20 years ago, the fashion guru had naturally full lips and very smooth skin, but as she stepped out 10 years ago in 2014 for the first time since major surgeries, her face was striking for all the wrong reasons. Users on Reddit have shared their opinions, and some of these comments are not the nicest, let's just say. Why is her face slick like Vaseline? She looks like a Muppet. And why does she look extraterrestrial? Are some of the top comments on the thread. Next up, we have Zac Efron. Considering that Zac Efron has literally grown up on screen, his fans are pretty familiar with his famous good looks. From his wholesome start as a teen star in High School Musical, through his recent dramatic turn in The Iron Claw, audiences have seen him through a variety of stages. When the heartthrob started looking noticeably different in recent years, they were understandably curious. Thankfully, there's no speculation necessary. Efron himself has been fairly candid about what has led to the transformation in his appearance. Zac Efron's famous face does look a bit different nowadays. The former Disney star revealed that he did have to undergo some medical procedures, but not for the cosmetic reasons some people might assume. In a 2022 interview with Men's Health, the actor revealed that his enlarged jawline was actually due to an old injury. While running in socks in his home in 2013, Efron slipped and smashed his chin against the granite corner of a fountain. The injury was so severe he lost consciousness, and when he woke up, his chin bone was hanging off his face. As for how the 2013 injury impacted his appearance so many years later, he explained to Men's Health that it related to his masseter muscles overcompensating for the injured muscles in his face, combined with his temporary failure to continue physical therapy. Our next celebrity is Miss Dolly Parton. Dolly is a country music legend known for hits like I Will Always Love You and 9 to 5, but she's equally known for her plastic assets as well. One of the first times she admitted to getting work done was in 1977 in an interview with Barbara Walters. But honestly, Dolly, we love you and you look great. Our final celebrity today is Kylie Jenner. Since her initial debut on reality television, Kylie Jenner has undergone a significant, very dramatic shift from her lips to even her skin tone. Her latest new image, however, showcases a larger butt and a smaller waist. Most likely, a Brazilian butt lift or buttock implants were used to achieve the new look. To create a lower waist and a bumpier back, the Brazilian butt lift combines severe body sculpting with liposuction. For reference, a BBL employs liposuction to remove fat from other parts of the body, in other words, moving things around. Often the fat on the stomach or thighs is sucked out and injected into the buttocks. In a recent episode of the family show The Kardashians, Kylie said she would reverse the decision to get plastic surgery if she could. "I wish I never got it done to begin with," she told her BFF. "I recommend anyone thinking about it to wait after having children." She went on to say that her daughter Stormy, 5 years old, helped her keep things in perspective. "Obviously I have a daughter too. I'd be heartbroken if she wanted to get her body done at 19, like Kylie did. She's the most beautiful thing ever."
At number 10, we have Gwen Stefani. Now, Gwen Stefani's face has been the hot topic over the last couple of months as the stars sat down in an interview on Late Night with Seth Meyers. Fans were shocked to see Gwen and claimed that she looks unrecognizable, and it made them even check twice to see if it was actually her. It's clear that Gwen wanted to appear ageless, however, her ageless looks have definitely been the subject of many conversations over the years. However, this time Gwen took the cosmetic procedures way too far. It's clear that the star has had one too many procedures done, and at this point, it no longer looks natural. And it's kinda heartbreaking and sad to see. One fan has even gone to beg the star to stop having surgery and just to leave her face alone. At number 9, we have Brendan Fraser. Now, Brendan Fraser hit the red carpet for a premiere of the film No Sudden. Brendan's look dramatically changed, and compared to his days in The Mummy, he doesn't look the same. At the time, Brendan was set to star as a 600-pound character in the film Whale. As a result, he had to put on weight for the role. Since his return to Hollywood, fans have been in full swing of support for the star and have even addressed the fact that they've missed the actor. However, his face isn't the only thing that you'll see that's changed, as his beautiful full locks are no longer here and his hair is now buzzed and looking much thinner. And just like his fans, I hope Brendan Fraser is healthy and happy and doing better now that he's entering back into the scene of Hollywood. Are you enjoying this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. At number 8, we have Jessica Simpson. Now, Jessica Simpson has sparked concern from fans after she posted a new Instagram selfie looking very thin and different. With the star posting a photo showing off her new look, fans would tell her it definitely wasn't trendworthy, and they would continue to ask her if she was okay. Now, Jessica over the last few years has admitted to disliking her own face fillers that she got when she was feeling insecure about her appearance. But considering her surgeries mixed with weight loss, the star is completely unrecognizable to this day. And it's really hard to see if she's okay or not, but she has revealed that she has lost 100 pounds and she has been battling with certain life issues. At number 7, we have Kelly McGillis. So remember the bad blondie from Top Gun, Kelly McGillis? Well, the 65-year-old is completely unrecognizable from her days as the silver screen siren. The mama too has ditched her trademark blonde look, and she's even swapped out her glamorous wardrobe for a casual baggy trouser and t-shirts. The star has also opted to never have fillers, Botox, or plastic surgery, and she's refused to dye her now gray hair as she wants to embrace who she is. Now, Kelly has come out to say that in the past she's tried to be something that she wasn't, and it ruined her life in a lot of ways. And now she understands that now that she's gotten older and she's not into the whole Hollywood industry standard things anymore, and she wants to feel absolutely secure in her skin and with her age. and in a place that values other stuff. And at number 6 we have Laura Flynn Boyle. So 90s star Laura Flynn Boyle looks completely unrecognizable when you compare her to her days as Hollywood's it girl. Now for years the star has had to deal with rumors that she's gotten under the knife to change her appearance, and of course Laura has never admitted to plastic surgery, but it's clear that the star definitely went too far with fillers and other procedures. Now the celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Anthony Yoon has also come to say that the star's face looks like it's melting, as her face now looks deflated with resultant loose skin, most likely because she's undergone corrective surgery to reverse some of the work she's had previously done, or she's just allowed fillers to dissolve on their own, which is leaving her cheeks looking to appear saggy. And at number 5 we have Wendy Williams. When Wendy Williams stepped out of her New York City apartment back in August, she was captured leaving the building holding onto her bodyguard. Now the photos would appear that Wendy is unable to walk on her own, and the stars look dramatically thinner than she ever has before. And because of the weight loss, her cheekbones would be on full display, and her overall appearance of her face looked pretty scary. Her day's look has definitely sparked some concerns from fans, as many of them felt like she was dealing with a lot, and it's clear that she should have been at home resting. It's clear that the star is struggling with her overall health and personal struggles, and she's currently a patient in a treatment program to help treat her overall health issues. At number 4 we have Bridget Fonda. After disappearing from the spotlight for 20 years, 90s actor Bridget Fonda was caught outside of LA in a baggy t-shirt and glasses, and the star looked completely different compared to her days on the big screen. The star has definitely refused to have any cosmetic procedures done, and she's aged. She's chosen to rock her gray locks and has ditched her glamorous outfits and has opted to dress more comfortably. The star has also put on a lot of weight, but she still looks healthy and happy, and that's all that really matters. While the star's still stunning, it's a shame that the tabloids still feel a need to invade her privacy since the star did retire back in 2002. At number 3 we have Mickey Rourke. American actor Mickey Rourke looks completely different following an incident with plastic surgery and fillers. Now, Mickey was once one of the most recognizable faces in Hollywood after his debut in a minor role in Steven Spielberg's film 1941. However, in the early 90s, the star decided to leave his acting career behind, and he decided to take up professional boxing. Unfortunately, with his boxing career, would come a string of severe facial injuries, such as a broken nose and a compressed cheekbone. Mickey would then undergo several reconstructive surgeries to treat his injuries. However, the surgeries would fail, and it would prompt the actor to go under the knife consistently. While the star wanted to fix his face, he definitely went to the wrong guy to do it, so you should always remember to do your research before, because not everybody is good at their jobs, and some people just like to do the bare minimum. At number 2, we have Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill looks completely different from his days in the movie Superbad. Now, Jonah has noted that when he began to understand how much it hurt to be called fat, gross, and unattractive early in his career, he knew he wanted to feel more comfortable taking off his shirt to tan without judgment. So the star decided to opt for a better diet and began to work out to shed the pounds. Now, his slender figure alone would leave him alone unrecognizable. However, recently the star has chosen to grow out his beard and his hair longer, and he's opted to go blonde. Personally, I'm glad Jonah feels more comfortable and happy in his own skin, because he deserves nothing but the best, but this guy has always looked good, and it's sad that the industry made him feel the way he is feeling, and that's why he opted to change. And at number 1 today we have Hilary Duff. Hilary Duff is one ageless beauty we can't seem to get enough of. Since her rising to fame from Disney Channel's show, Lizzie McGuire, to a photo of her now shows that the star just keeps getting more gorgeous. Hilary's stunning appearance, however, has made us wonder if she's gotten plastic surgery, because the star doesn't look the exact same as she used to before. The star has opted for a longer, icy blonde look, and definitely looks like she's had a nose job and lip injections done as well. While she denies having any type of surgeries or fillers, she has opted to say that the reason she looks so good is due to her $1,244 beauty routine. However, the main thing is that Hilary has changed her appearance in her teeth, and the actress has gotten porcelain veneers, which have made her teeth a bright white color and has also given her a larger, more symmetrical teeth along her bottom ridges.
Number 10, Courtney Cox. If you take a look at photos photos of the Friends star from back in the 90s compared to now, it's easy to see that she has undergone a whole range of different procedures. But unlike most celebrities, Courtney Cox has been completely open about all the procedures that she's had done. The 58-year-old star confessed that she thought she'd gone too far at one point and said, "You have no idea because it's gradual until you go, oh, this doesn't look right, and it's worse in pictures than in real life," telling New Beauty magazine in 2017 that she gradually became addicted to surgery and was taking advice from all the wrong people. Quote, "Well, what would end up happening is that you go to a doctor who would say, 'You look great, but what would really help is a little injection here or filler there.'" She said she didn't realize how she looked until her friend looked at her face and said, "Whoa, no more." So it clearly took her a while. If you're loving this video so far, please hit that like button, it would really help us out. Number 9, Lil Kim. The rapper is undoubtedly one of the brightest and most influential women in hip-hop, yet her legacy remains controversial for one reason or another. But the Lil Kim now looks nothing like the one we came to know and love in the 90s. The rapper underwent drastic cosmetic surgery procedures that ended up making her look like an entirely different person. As the years went by, Lil Kim began appearing on red carpets and in interviews with lighter skin, higher cheeks, a smaller nose, and additional drastic alterations. Her transformation was so drastic that it truly horrified her loyal fans, and unfortunately her career has suffered greatly because of it too. But there's a tragic reason behind her decision to keep going under the knife. The rapper developed a complex about her appearance thanks to a string of cruel boyfriends. She said, "All my life, men have told me I wasn't pretty enough. Even the men I was dating, I'd be like, well, what are you doing with me then?" She told Newsweek that when men were unfaithful to her with women who looked nothing like her, it made her want to change the way that she looked. Number 8, Christina Aguilera. The singer has come a long way since her Disney days with Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears. After establishing herself as the voice of a generation, she also tried her hand at acting and gave us movies like Burlesque, starring alongside Cher. But recently her comeback had fans talking about her changing face. In 2017, many noticed that Christina had plumper lips during her tribute performance to Whitney Houston at that year's AMAs. According to experts, she has had some work done to her face. There's been speculations about Botox, lip and cheek fillers, and jaw contouring. Despite the did she or didn't she do it debate, Christina has denied going under the knife. Instead, she revealed in a secret interview that she just loves to experiment with her makeup looks. She told Paper Magazine, "I mean, I'm a girl that likes a beat face, let's not get it twisted." So her fuller appearance could really be down to anything, or just the fact that it's perfectly natural for someone's appearance to change over the years. Number 7, JoJo Siwa. You don't have to be a loyal fan of JoJo to know that she has a signature look. Ever since the teen superstar first rose to fame, she's been known for rocking oversized bows and her signature high ponytail. In fact, her sense of style is so popular that she even sells her own line of bows that often sells out in stores. But fans were pretty shocked when the 19-year-old revealed that she had cut her hair very short and even given herself a mullet. Speaking in an interview for Instagram and Facebook's Creator Week, JoJo said, "I just had my 18th birthday, and it was right around my birthday that I realized I kinda wanna do my hair different today. It just felt like the right time to do something different and a little bit more mature or a little upgrade." The new 80s look is also a pretty good indicator that the singer wants to shed her Disney-fied image into something edgier and more age-appropriate, since she'll be entering her 20s soon enough. Number 6, Noah Cyrus. Her big sister Miley is certainly the most famous member of the A-list family, but Noah has really started to make a name for herself in the music industry in recent years. While there's no denying that Noah has changed quite a bit since she arrived on the scene, many fans have speculated that her changing look is a result of more than just puberty, and instead they think that she may have gone under the knife. The plastic surgery rumors began to circulate after photos of her with plumped lips and high-raised eyebrows surfaced on Instagram in 2020. If you look at old photos of the singer and compare it to her appearance this year, you can actually tell that she has a significantly increased facial volumes in her cheeks, lips, and chin. Not only that, but her eyebrows appear to be higher. The 22-year-old hasn't said anything about it yet, but many people still believe her dramatic facial changes aren't entirely natural. Number 5, Kelly Osbourne. The singer has undergone a major transformation in recent years. She's ditched the shaved hair and goth makeup, and she's lost almost 40 kilograms. Kelly has been very open about her changing look and said that she underwent gastric sleeve weight loss surgery in 2018. She went on the Hollywood Raw podcast in 2020 and described it as being the best thing that she has ever done. The surgery is quite a drastic one, as it removes 75 to 80% of the stomach. While she has been very vocal about her decision, she said that it's far from a quick fix and actually requires a complete change in lifestyle. But after losing the weight, Kelly said that she realized she was resentful of Hollywood. Quote, "Now in retrospect, I know exactly who I'll work with and who I won't. because I know who called me fat, I know who didn't want to work with me because of that. I take that and I put it into my memory bank. I remember what you said about me, and that's the best revenge. Number 4. Meg Ryan. After stealing audiences' hearts with her legendary rom-com roles, Meg Ryan's face would change beyond recognition in the early 2000s, when she underwent several cosmetic procedures to change her look entirely. When Meg attended the Tony Awards in 2016, she looked completely different. So the audience couldn't help but speculate that she has had plastic surgery and that she might have overdone it a little bit. Many cosmetic surgeons were quick to give their opinion on which procedures she might have had done, and they said that the most evident thing that she's done to her cheek was some form of filler or fat transfer, and the general consensus is that the procedure wasn't done properly, as the volume of filler could have been positioned more laterally to give her a softer appearance. There's also been speculation that she's had rhinoplasty done, as the tip of her nose is narrower than before and looks a little bit more pinched, but realistically, no one can really pinpoint the exact reason why she looks so unrecognizable these days, so up until now, it's all just speculation. Number 3. Renee Zellweger. The actress stepped out on the red carpet in 2014 with a changed appearance, and it set the rumor mill abuzz. Photos from the event went viral around the world in a matter of hours, causing a huge social media frenzy. Both fans and critics felt Renee looked completely different than the Bridget Jones we all remember from the late 90s and early 2000s. She faced immense backlash for having Botox injections and a possible facelift, as many people noticed that she no longer had her signature almond-shaped eyes. Renee told People magazine, "I'm glad folks think I look different. I'm living a very different, happy, and more fulfilling life, and I'm thrilled that perhaps it shows." But the change in her appearance could also be completely natural, as she was away from the spotlight from 2010 to 2016 and only returned for her new movie Bridget Jones's Baby. It's also very common for actresses who are typically typecast into certain roles to adjust their look as they age, because they want to be considered for a plethora of different parts. Number 2. Jennifer Grey. After being catapulted to mega fame in 1987 for playing Baby in Dirty Dancing, Jennifer's career stalled, and although she was personally happy with her nose and its distinct bump, she underwent plastic surgery at the age of 29 to boost her career and gain more acting roles. She told the Mirror in 2012 that it was the nose job from hell. Quote, "I went into the operating room a celebrity and came out anonymous. After the first surgery, she was thrilled with the way that she looked. Then less than a year later, she noticed that a tiny bit of cartilage was visible under the surface of her nose. Jennifer then underwent a second surgery to correct the issue, but when she woke up, she discovered that she no longer looked like herself at all. It completely changed her. She was still beautiful, of course, but after that she became totally unrecognizable from her Dirty Dancing days and lost one of her most unique features." And coming in at number 1, Katie Price. Since becoming a household name as a glamour model in the 90s, Katie Price's brand has become synonymous with plastic surgery, but she has always been very honest about the work that she's had done, like the fact that she's had 12 breast augmentations over the last 25 years and got the first one when she was only 18 years old. She's also had veneers done, and in June last year, Katie endured one of her most ambitious rounds of surgery yet, as she underwent another facelift on the same day that she also treated herself to liposuction and fat injections on her bum. The TV personality is also a big fan of Botox and has gone under the knife for an eye and brow lift that left her face with a sharp, tight look. Plastic surgery has become her brand at this point, and Katie herself has said many times that she has no plan to stop going under the knife. But just by looking at old pictures, it's easy to see that she looked like a completely different person before she had all the work done. Number 10. Zac Efron. The High School Musical star really shocked fans with how different he looked in 2021, when a video surfaced online of his face looking extremely altered. When Zac appeared on camera for a virtual Earth Day event, everyone was totally distracted by his new appearance. Not only did he no longer have his iconic baby face look, but some people suggested that he had an altered jawline and enhanced lips, and suspected that he'd had, at the very least, some Botox done. It's true that he looked a little bit puffy or possibly swollen, but of course, camera angles, makeup, and poor lighting also could have contributed to the drastically different appearance. When the video started making the rounds on social media, popular TikTok surgeon Dr. Yun suggested that Zac might have gotten oral surgery, which would explain his swollen jaw, which would happen if your wisdom teeth were taken out, or you had some kind of other intensive dental surgery. But fans were not happy about the doctor's comments and accused him of trying to capitalize on Zac's popularity to gain attention. Although he does look different now, it's not necessarily a bad thing. The actor went on both The Ellen Show and Jimmy Kimmel Live recently and just looked a whole lot more mature. In fact, he seemed to have really grown into his features in the best way possible. Number 9. Khloe Kardashian. The Keeping Up with the Kardashian star is known for being the funniest and most laid back of all the sisters, but over the years, fans have seen such a drastic change in her appearance that it can only be put down to excessive plastic surgery. And while the reality star isn't too outspoken when it comes to her past procedures, she has opened up once before about the reason behind her choice to go under the knife. Quote, "For me, everyone says, oh my gosh, she's had her third face transplant, but I've only had one nose job and everyone gets so upset. Like, why don't I talk about it? No one's ever asked me." She also revealed that she has done injections but not really Botox because when she tried it, her face responded horribly, but all the surgery was probably because of something deeper. In fact, later in the episode, Chloe explained how she experienced body image insecurity when doing photo shoots with her sisters, saying they would receive racks and racks of clothes and I was told by so many different stylists I was given about 2 or 3 pieces of clothing, but not to worry because I would be in the background anyway, which is pretty unfortunate because being treated like that would upset just about anybody. Number 8. Rebel Wilson. The Australian actress has been in comedy since the early 2000s, but her career really took off a decade later in movies like What to Expect When You're Expecting, Struck by Lightning, and of course Pitch Perfect. She's always been a huge health and body positive advocate and has frequently opened up about her health journey. But the reason Rebel Wilson looks so drastically different in 2022 is that she has actually been working on her health and fitness since late 2019, and she has seen massive results. In a candid interview with the BBC, she talked about the differences in how she's being treated now. Quote, "Sometimes being bigger, people don't necessarily look twice at you. Now that I'm in good shape, people offer to carry my groceries to the car and hold doors open for you. And you think, is this what other people experience all the time?" So even though Rebel seems to be a lot happier now, she's also pointed out something that's really worth discussing. Her health journey has been a very public one, so it's great that the actress has decided not to hold back when talking about all the challenges that she's faced throughout. And she's certainly become an inspiration for others to make positive changes to their health. Number 7. Miley Cyrus. The 29-year-old singer and actress has lived so many lives already. She's been a Disney star, a country singer, then she moved to R&B for a while and back into pop. Miley has always been an eccentric performer. I mean, who can forget twerking against Robin Thicke at the MTV VMAs in 2013? But her whole style and aesthetic did a complete 180 somewhere around 2020 when she started embracing all things rock and roll. These days she looks completely unrecognizable with a platinum blonde mullet, metallic blue smoky eyeshadow, and a blue and white striped dress. She actually looks like an 80s rock star. The aesthetic change appears to be part of her newest musical era for her newest rock album, Plastic Hearts. It's still up for debate whether Miley is going for a more grunge or glam rock, but it's clear that she's chosen a whole nother genre for herself when it comes to not only style but music. After hearing her cover of Blondie's Heart of Glass, which was released as a single in late September, it became clear to so many that her voice is really suited to rock and roll. Alongside her cover of Zombie by the Cranberries and her own song Midnight Sky, it seems like she's really grown into her voice and found the perfect look for the genre. Number 6. Adele. Ever since her music blew up in the early 2010s, the powerhouse singer has released hit after hit. Her albums 21, 25, and 30 became instant successes, with all 3 topping number 1 on nearly every worldwide music chart. But fans were really shocked in 2020 when Adele made a post on social media that showed her completely transformed look. In fact, she joked about the change in her opening monologue for SNL, saying, "I know I look really different since you last saw me, but actually because of all the COVID restrictions, I had to travel light and I could only bring half of me, and this is the half I chose." The 34-year-old looks extremely happy these days, and she's recently opened up about the healthy lifestyle changes she made that helped her lose 100 pounds in 2 years. But she knows that plenty of negative comments have surfaced about her new look, and she told British Vogue, "My body has been objectified my entire career. It's not just now. I understand why it's a shock. I understand why some women especially were hurt. Visually, I represent a lot of women, but I'm still the same person." So it's clear that Adele is very much herself, just with a newfound confidence. Number 5. Kesha. The singer shocked fans when she debuted her glamorous and sophisticated new look at the Studio 666 premiere in Hollywood. The 34-year-old was truly unrecognizable with a dark, short bob and a plain black dress in a major style transformation from her party girl days. Kesha wore a plunging, lace-up, short, tight black leather dress that accentuated both her chest and her legs. Her brunette hair was slicked back with natural-looking makeup. The Grammy Award winner has been known to drastically alter her appearance through the years, but her new, almost bare-faced look was a complete flip from her usual bright, eccentric style with heavy makeup and her signature long, wavy blonde hair. So making the change from blonde to brunette and chopping her hair into a chin bob length made all the difference performance in the world. But aside from desperately waiting for Kesha to release new music, fans are also longing for the conclusion of her lengthy legal battle with her former producer Dr. Luke, which has been ongoing since 2014. The defamation lawsuit against her seems like it's gonna go on forever at this stage, and it has really kept her career in a kind of limbo. But it's clear that she's already planning some kind of a comeback with her new style. Number 4. Linda Evangelista. The Canadian fashion model was undoubtedly one of the top supermodels from the 1990s and is regarded as one of the most accomplished and influential models of all time. In fact, she's been featured on over 700 magazine covers, but Linda hasn't really been seen in public very much in the last 5 years or so, and fans recently found out why. In September last year, she took to Instagram and revealed that she had undergone cool sculpting treatment to her face, which she says left her unrecognizable, as it allegedly caused fat cells in her face to multiply. Quote, "To my followers who have wondered why I have not been working while my peers' careers have been thriving, the reason is that I was brutally disfigured." She went on to say that the procedure actually did the opposite of what it was promised. In fact, what happened to her was a rare but serious side effect of cool sculpting, and the model said the treatment not only destroyed her livelihood, but sent her into a cycle of deep depression, profound sadness, and the lowest depths of self-loathing, which is extremely sad when you consider just how much it would have affected her self-esteem. Number 3. Iggy Azalea. The Australian rapper made her US debut in 2014 with the release of her first album, The New Classic, which debuted at number 1 on the Billboard rap chart. From her collaborations with some of our favorite pop princesses to her gorgeous curves, Iggy Azalea has consistently commanded headlines all over the globe. But recently, a lot of it has been plastic surgery rumors, considering how much her appearance has changed over the years. Confirming the suspicions, the Aussie hitmaker admitted that she has had rhinoplasty. She said, "I'm not denying it. Denying it is lame. I don't think you should be ashamed if you've made a change to yourself, which is why I've spoken about the changes I've made, like with my breasts." Iggy was always pretty straightforward about her decision to have surgery, saying, "Your perception of yourself can change a lot over time, so I think it's important to wait and make sure it's the right choice. Plastic surgery is an emotional journey. It's no easy feat to live with your flaws and accept yourself, and it's no easy feat to change yourself. Either way you look at it, it's a tough journey." Which is a great message to get out there, considering that there's still a lot of stigma behind just admitting to having done plastic surgery in the first place. Number 2. Sharon Osbourne. The former The Talk panelist is no stranger to plastic surgery, and it really seemed to work with her over the years, considering her appearance was never altered too drastically. But all that changed in late 2021 when she got a facelift that, in her own words, ended up making her look like a cyclops. Quote, "I had a full facelift done in October, and I looked like one of those effing mummies that they wrap with bandages." She told the Sunday Times that the whole thing hurt like hell, but what was even worse is that all the pain never really paid off for her. Sharon said that after the more than 5-hour surgery, she was left looking horrendous, and she even told the surgeon, quote, "You've got to be effing joking. One eye was different to the other. I looked like an effing cyclops. All I need is a hunchback." It sounds funny, but it would have been a nightmare for her. Even her husband, Ozzy Osbourne, was totally against the results. Fortunately, she was able to undergo reconstructive work, and she's now a lot more satisfied with her appearance. And coming in at number 1, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. Of all the famous twins in Hollywood, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen are probably the most mysterious. The former child stars announced an abrupt and permanent retirement from acting more than 15 years ago, and ever since then they've kept a low profile. But the twins are still hard at work on their fashion line and other business endeavors. But when photos surfaced over the years of Mary-Kate looking drastically different from Ashley, fans began speculating that one or both sisters may have had plastic surgery. People were pretty rude when it came to targeting the appearance of both of them, with some outlets reporting that Ashley underwent a botched facelift and that Mary-Kate looked a lot older. In fact, one plastic surgeon who spoke to Life and Style magazine insisted that the changes could have come from other factors, such as nicotine products or lifestyle changes. The sisters looked surprisingly similar when they were younger, which caused most people to assume that they were identical, but they're actually fraternal twins, which might help explain their physical differences now. The girls did have a brief chance to get back on the screens recently in the revival of their original show, Fuller House, but they just weren't interested in participating, which seemed to disappoint a lot of fans. But it only served to make them more mysterious as they continued to live ever so private lives.
In our number 1 spot is Charlotte Crosby. She's skyrocketed into fame after being an OG member of the reality show Geordie Shore for many seasons. People were quick to fall in love with her fun personality and also her natural beauty, which is why they were left left so shocked when she became the topic on a show called Celebrities: What Happened to Your Face? The show exposed her plastic surgery transformation, and fans were shocked to see how drastic her changes were. Charlotte has never denied having surgery and has always been open about it along the way, but she had a problem with how the show criticized her for it. She has admitted to Botox, fillers, and other plastic surgery procedures, but doctors have recently come forward sharing their concerns that her fillers were not done well. Dr. Sabrina Shadisai said, "You can see her lips are too full. The apple of her cheek is too big, almost like a golf ball. Good jobs are not visible, bad jobs are extremely visible." There is no denying that she looks different now, still beautiful though nonetheless, and I was a huge fan of the show. I think she's hilarious. Sniping our number 9 spot is Mel B. Let's be realistic for a second, because she is a former Spice Girl, I don't think she will ever be like unrecognizable. People will always know her as Scary Spice. But she has changed her look throughout her career, and if you aren't a Spice Girls fan, then there's a chance you wouldn't look twice if she passed by. She is still just as gorgeous as she was when she was in the girl group, but you can tell that she's had some work done. The singer admits to it though, doing countless interviews and admitting to having nips and tucks throughout the years. She's altered both her body and her face, and some of the work she has had done shows. When talking to Piers Morgan, she admitted that there are things about her body and appearance that she doesn't like, which is why she decided to have procedures done in the first place. She's always kept it very real though, which I can respect and appreciate. She once uploaded a picture of her getting cosmetic surgery and wrote, "I believe in being the best version of yourself, and I'm a great believer of looking and keeping your natural beauty, suggesting that cosmetic procedures are better than going under the knife sometimes," which a lot of people do, you know, like the Botox, the fillers. Yeah, not for me. I don't like needles. I wish there was another way. Coming up next, number 8 is Simon Cowell. While his brutally honest attitude hasn't changed much throughout the years, his appearance sure has. One thing that has fluctuated throughout his career is his weight, which has changed his appearance on different occasions, but he was always recognizable. I mean, he's Simon Cowell. It wasn't until he stepped out on the red carpet in 2020 looking very different with a new face and a new smile. Turns out he got a brand new set of teeth and had some work done to his face, which made him look really stiff, almost like plastic. But he didn't try to hide the fact he had plastic surgery done. He actually admitted to getting a facelift and explained that it hurt like hell. He was heavily criticized by the internet, with people saying that it looked like his surgeon did the procedure in the dark. It has settled down now more. Like, that didn't make sense. It has settled down more now, is what I meant to say. He looks back to himself. Moving on to number 7, we have Aubrey O'Day. She first gained fame from being one of the members of Danny D. Kane after competing to be in the group for 2 seasons on MTV's Making the Band competition show. The group eventually split, and she continued to grow her own solo career, changing her appearance along the way. She's appeared on different reality TV shows and has made headlines for her ever-changing looks. Despite photos and media showing how drastically different she looks now, she's always denied having plastic surgery done. She has admitted to some cosmetic procedures, but stands firm on not going under the knife. Because she denies it, people criticize her photos online, asking if it's just really heavy editing or if she's had work done. It also didn't help her case when paparazzi photos went viral online and showed her without any filters or makeup, showing her looking like a completely different person than what people see online. Caused a huge stir, and she said that the photos were tweaked to make her look worse than she really did, but no one was buying it. And spot number 6 is Kim Novak. She's been in the industry for decades now, so of course her appearance is going to change naturally over time. But she has admitted that her changes have not always been natural, and admitted to getting plastic surgery, even revealing that she has regretted some of the choices. Fans quietly watched her looks change throughout the years, but they were shocked in 2014 when she showed up to the Academy Awards looking very different. Turns out she'd received facial injections not long before that, and it left quite the difference on her face. Viewers took her new look to Twitter and reacted to the change, saying that she needed to sue her plastic surgeon because her procedures looked botched. In a newer interview, actually just a few months ago, she says that receiving fat injections in her face was the worst thing she's ever done. The reason she actually got the procedure done in the first place was because she felt insecure and didn't want to get a facelift done, so she went with the injections instead. But it didn't really work out in her favor. Yeah, like I would try injections before I try going under a frickin' knife, but I want neither. They scare me. Halfway through our countdown, at number 5, we have Kim Bierman. As one of the original housewives on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, she became popular very quickly with her outrageous personality. Her career skyrocketed at that point, and over the years she has caused some controversy for her apparent love for plastic surgery. In 2016, she did an intimate interview with E! Online where she revealed that she's had several plastic surgeries over the years and is not afraid to get more. She said, "I will always nip and tuck if I feel the need to do so, but I am open about it. I don't care. You only go around one time, and I especially understand that, and life is very short, so there's no reason for me to lie." But even though she looks great for being a mom of 6 kids, people criticized her for encouraging her 18-year-old daughter to get lip injections. Not only did she support it, but she actually took her daughter to the best clinic in town to do so, and they documented it, and fans just had a lot to say about that. Cruising to number 4, we have Teresa Guides. Now I probably said that wrong, so all you Real Housewives fans, don't come at me. She is another Real Housewives star who has changed her looks drastically, but she's a member of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. There's a lot of them. When looking at photos of her then versus now, there's no denying that she looks like a different person. Oftentimes, fans have questioned her online about going under the knife, asking what work she has had done to achieve her new look. She's never openly talked about the details, but a plastic surgeon named Dr. Frank Agulo revealed his opinion and said, "Teresa has probably undergone a full facelift with a possible neck lift and fat injections in the face." Other doctors have also come forward as well, saying that a possible nose job could have been done based on their professional opinion. Despite what she has had done though, she has been able to keep her youthful looks, and people just know that she has had some cosmetic help. You might as well admit it. Taking over the 3rd spot is Blac Chyna. We can imagine how hard it would be to hide your plastic surgery when you are in the Hollywood limelight, but it would be even harder when you are in connection to the Kardashian family. She was in a relationship with Rob Kardashian, even having a child with him, a daughter named Dream. In recent times, she's been candid about her transformations and admitted to getting procedures on both her body and her face. She spoke on the Wendy Williams show and admitted that she got lipo done, had a butt augmentation, and also had 4 breast augmentations done throughout the years, both to make them bigger and to make them smaller. But ever since having her daughter, she said it is just becoming too much. As for her face, she has admitted to cosmetic procedures and removing her face piercings, which ended up leaving her with dimples on her cheeks, so if you ever wondered where those are from, it is because she had piercings. The holes from her piercings have now closed up, but she's left with those dimples, which I didn't know. I thought she just had dimples. In spot number 2, we have Elon Musk. For years now, people have been debating whether or not he has had cosmetic procedures done, and if so, what exactly he has had done. While there has been no confirmation from him, people are convinced that he has had a facelift and also a hair transplant. Photos will show that his hairline was once very receding, and now he has a full head of hair, but it also shows his face taking on a very different shape and very smooth skin, almost like wax. People didn't really notice his drastic change in appearance until recently, when an old photo of him started getting passed around online. There were a lot of inconsistencies in his appearance, and people have debated whether it's just Botox, if it's a facelift surgery, or if it's other kinds of enhancements. Like I said though, there are no confirmations on what the answer is, so I will let you guys be the judge. Let me know in the comments. Coming in hot at number 1 is Mama June. Her real name is June Shannon, but she earned the name Mama June on the hit series Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. She first surprised fans with a completely different look after losing a significant amount of weight. Reports say when she was doing the show, she was around 460 pounds. She ended up having gastric surgery in May 2016 and then later had a tummy tuck. She then went on to have her own reality show called Mama June From Not Too Hot, where she filmed her journey journey of losing over 300 pounds by working out with a trainer a few times a week and changing her diet. But her body is not the only thing that has changed. She has also had plastic surgery done to her face, which has also dramatically changed her appearance. We're not sure what exact procedures she has had done. Reports say she got her teeth fixed and underwent cosmetic procedures, which could mean a variety of things. So, haven't been able to nail down just exactly what. Kicking off our countdown at number 10 is Bella Hadid. The famous model is beautiful nonetheless, but her transformation goes under the radar sometimes, with people not realizing how much her appearance has changed. But she's always been very defensive when it comes to rumors that claim she's had plastic surgery done and other procedures like face fillers. During a 2018 interview, she responded to comments on it and said, "People think I got all this surgery or did this or that. And you know what? We can do a scan on my face, darling. I'm scared of putting fillers in my lips. I wouldn't want to mess up my face." But looking at photos from the start of her career in 2010 until now, she looks completely different. And if it isn't surgery or cosmetic procedures, what caused the drastic change? She's denied everything, so maybe one day she will give us a real answer. Up next, number 9, we have Sharon Osbourne. Unlike Bella, Sharon has always been very open and honest about her journey with plastic surgery. In 2016, she admitted that she was on her 3rd face at that point and revealed she hasn't always liked the work that she's had done. She said, "In a lot of shots, my face looks plastic, and at certain angles, I'm like, oh dear, I should have never done that." But that has not stopped her from getting more done. In September of 2019, on the premiere of The Talk, she shared with the audience that she had gotten a facelift 5 weeks prior. She said she had her neck done to make her face look more refreshed. You wouldn't think she looks much different in more recent times because she's been getting work done for a while now, but when you see her before pictures, you really get to see just how much her face has changed throughout her life. Honestly, didn't even know what she looked like before until I saw that. I was like, what? Different person. Sniping our number 8 spot, we have the Bogdanov brothers. Igor and Grishka Bogdanov are identical twins known for being French TV presenters, producers, and scientific writers. But they are also known for their very drastic plastic surgery transformation, which has gotten the attention of media all over the world. Back in the 1970s, they were known for their handsome looks and were sharing screen time before they got addicted to cosmetic surgery. In 2010, it was reported that they each had a number of chin and cheek implants as well as fillers and Botox. But a little too much of all of the above because their face looks permanently swollen all the time and they now have a very cat-like look to them. When seeing the before and after pictures, it is crazy to see how much their face has changed. In spot number 7, we have Priscilla Presley. She will always be under a spotlight after being Elvis Presley's ex. How could you not be? But in 2018, media outlets were focused on her with rumors going around claiming she had even more plastic surgery done. People criticized her hard on social media, saying that she looks like she had a mask on. She has spoken about some of her botched cosmetic procedures in the past, saying that she has had industrial low-grade silicone injected into her face. She described it as being something similar to what mechanics use to grease car parts. Her botched procedure led to an investigation, with that doctor being sentenced to 18 months in federal prison. Some of his injections caused lumps, paralysis, and holes in his client's face. So Priscilla had to undergo even more procedures to try and correct the mistakes that he made, and unfortunately, this drastically changed her appearance. Taking over spot number 6 is Kenny Rogers. He never seemed to have a problem with the ladies, often praised for his handsome looks, but at one point in his life he decided to make some changes to his appearance, and now he says he regrets it. During a CBS interview, he got very personal and talked about his decision to get eye lift surgery and said, "The guy who did it was one of the world's best, but he just had this concept that the edge of your eyes had to be higher than a certain place, and I regret that." He does look very different in the before and after comparison because the eye lift kind of changes the whole look and shape of his face. Plus, reports also claim that he has had Botox done as well, which has also altered his appearance. But not the worst one we've seen on this list. Halfway through our list, at number 5 is Adrienne Balin. People started telling her she looks like one of the Kardashians Kardashian sisters now after seeming to have work done on her face. Fans started calling her out after her pictures online showed her lips looking more plump and her face taking a more contoured shape. Adrienne has been open about going under the knife for her breast implants when she was just 19 years old, but claims she's never touched her face. During an interview in 2014, she said she would never touch her face, but people don't believe that she's stuck to her word now that her face looks drastically different. A plastic surgeon even chimed in on the situation and said, "I think she's had rhinoplasty and lip filler and maybe cheek augmentation as well. Her lower lip used to be twice as thick as her upper lip, now they are almost the same thickness." Regardless, she's still beautiful. I honestly think people are just still holding on to her from looking like the Cheetah Girls. I mean, I kind of do that. I just remember her as the girl from the Cheetah Girls. Here now at number 4 is Tori Spelling. Just last month, she was making headlines for allegedly getting more plastic surgery done, but this was not the first time that this has happened. After rumor mills started claiming she had even more work done on her face, she finally commented on it while talking to The Sun. She said, "People have been talking about me having plastic surgery since I was 17. It's the one thing that has stayed with me my entire career." She's revealed in the past that she has had a nose job and her breasts done, but says that she hasn't had anything since. She said that when people say she's had extensive amounts of plastic surgery done over years, that is simply not true. But because of how drastic her face changes seem to be, people don't believe that she has not touched her face since then. It seems like more than just one nose job was done, but she has not admitted to anything else. She did admit though that she looks very different, revealing that her kids don't even recognize her in reruns of 90210. Rolling into our third spot is Yolanda Hadid. Though the model has been very open about her own plastic surgery transformation, she insists her daughters Bella Hadid and Gigi Hadid have never had any. The former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star has always been honest about her decisions to get cosmetic procedures done to both her body and face, but in 2019 she said she is finally done with it. She posted a photo in lingerie on Instagram and captioned it, "Finally back to the original 1964, living in a body free of breast implants, fillers, Botox, extensions, and all the other stuff I thought I needed." In 2015, she revealed she had issues with her breast implants after they had ruptured and leaked into her chest cavity. She then started spreading awareness in hopes that people would educate themselves before making big decisions, and she now encourages people to fall in love with their internal beauty as well. Taking over our number 2 spot is LaToya Jackson. When seeing her transformation pictures side by side, you probably wouldn't even believe that the two photos were the same person. It's no secret that the Jackson family has had their fair share of cosmetic procedures done, each of them making headlines for it at one point in time. LaToya was making headlines in 2017 for being one nose job away from completely losing her nose. Paparazzi photos got the attention of some of America's top plastic surgeons who claim that she could literally lose her nose if she gets more work done. They pointed out that the outer flare of her nostrils have been overly narrowed to a point of near disappearance. Dr. Lyle Back said that each surgery on the face carries the risk of more collapsing and said that it could be almost impossible for her to breathe through if she continues to get work done. And I've seen photos of people who lose their nose. It is terrifying. That's a thing. You can literally just lose your nose. In our number 1 spot is Khloe Kardashian. All the Kardashian sisters make headlines for their ever-changing looks, but Khloe seems to get the most heat for hers since her change might be the most drastic. It seems like she got fed up with all the rumors though and decided to talk about it after people started claiming she had a face transplant. During the recent Keeping Up with the Kardashians reunion, she addressed the accusations and admitted to all the cosmetic procedures she has had done. For the first time ever, she admitted to getting a nose job, Botox, and fillers. She admitted that she responded horribly to Botox and said that she had other injections done. Her body has also changed significantly throughout her career, which is also why people point out that she has had the biggest transformation out of all her sisters. Regardless though, in my opinion, she's always been beautiful, and she says the reason she never spoke about what she's had done is because people criticize her no matter what. American Pie movie series. And even though we would tell her she was always gorgeous, she decided to get some work done in 2006. At the time, she got a procedure called liposculpting, which ended up going horribly wrong. She talked about it and said the surgery completely botched her stomach and she could no longer book roles that had her in bikinis or with her stomach showing, which was normally required in the roles that she did book. She also said her breast implants were botched by the same doctor, so she didn't have a very pleasant experience. Fans are still surprised to see just how different she looks now compared to when we were first introduced to her. In spot number 7, we have Axl Rose. The legendary Guns N' Roses singer disappeared disappeared in the mid-90s when the band started to fall out, but when he returned down the road he had a completely new look, and that is when the rumor mill started claiming that he had a facelift that totally changed his face. Articles began saying that he had Botox injections, face fillers, a facelift, but he did not speak out about the claims at that time. It wasn't until an interview in 2015 when he finally commented on it, saying that he has never had plastic surgery. Despite his denial, people did not believe him, and articles still read that he has had work done including hair transplants. Even doctors have come forward about the topic, suggesting the specific things he has had done to keep his face and skin looking so youthful throughout these years. There's just no way your face will change unless you have stuff done to it. I don't get it. Making her way into number 6, we have Janet Jackson. Her ageless beauty has been a topic of conversation for years now, and rumors sparked that she may have had a helping hand from a plastic surgeon. But despite the thousands of claims, she has only ever admitted to having a nose job done and insists that she's never gone under the knife otherwise. Experts have come forward saying they believe she has had work done though. A surgeon from the MYA Cosmetic Surgery said, "I believe Janet has had an upper/lower face and neck lift. Facelift scars are normally hidden in the hairline and around the back of the ear to keep scarring discreet." She also suggested that she has had Botox done on her forehead and around her eyes. But even with an expert's opinion and the world claiming that she has had plastic surgery, she still always denied it. Regardless, she still looks a lot different than she did before, and that's as much as we know about it. Halfway through at number 5, we have Joan Van Ark. Articles have printed titles reading, "How Plastic Surgery Damaged Joan Van Ark's Career." So this situation would be hard to deny, like some of the other celebrities on our list. Janet Jackson, I'm looking at you. The actress was known for being a total stunner at the peak of her career, but her look has changed dramatically thanks to plastic surgery. In January 2020, one source who saw the actress told the Globe that it looked like her face was melting. Well-known plastic surgeon Dr. Anthony Oon talked about her appearance and said, "I suspect she's had at least one facelift, if not two, causing her neckline and jawline to look tight. Her forehead is smooth and wrinkle-free, a possible consequence of a brow lift and Botox." She's never openly talked about her big transformation, but a source close to her said she's never liked the way she looked and once just had the money to burn on plastic surgery. I feel like that's the case for a lot of people. You get the money for it. It becomes more tempting, I'm sure, when you have the money to do it. Rolling into spot number 4 is JWoww, real name being Jenny Farley. You would know her as JWoww from the reality TV show Jersey Shore. She became a staple to the show, and one thing she was always known for was her huge breast implants. She flaunted them and loved the jokes and memes that came from it. But throughout the years she decided to have other procedures done, and in 2009 she first debuted a new look. She claimed at the time that she'd never gone under the knife on her face and only had Botox done. But people were not buying it because the change just seemed too drastic. Even in more recent years she looks different than she did in 2009. Fans got to actually see her undergo a facelift procedure on the reboot Jersey Shore Family Vacation. She wasn't able to travel on the show with the rest of the cast for a period of time because she was recovering, and her face was severely swollen because she got a blood clot. She eventually healed though and looks beautiful nonetheless. She just looks different. I actually watched that episode when her face got the blood clot and she was like, ugh, and holy moly, it looked painful. Taking over our 3rd spot is Jennifer Grey. This is another time when a celebrity deeply regretted their plastic surgery because of the damage it did to their career. Her look changed so much throughout the years that she said it's what cost her her whole career. The Dirty Dancing star was known for her distinctive looks when she first broke out into the Hollywood limelight. But she made the decision to get rhinoplasty early on into her career, and it was the worst decision she's ever made. Her words, not mine. She spoke about it during an interview and said, "I went into the operating room as a celebrity and came out anonymous. It was like being in a witness protection program or being invisible. I'll always be the once famous actress nobody recognizes because of a nose job." It's hard to say if she's had more work done since then, but fans are certain she has, as she looks different now than she did after the rhinoplasty. But fans do appreciate how open and honest she has been about her journey. Up next, number 2, we have Chloe Ferry. The Geordie Shore star has faced a ton of criticism online for the drastic change in her appearance, with fans saying she has gone over overboard with the plastic surgery. You would hardly recognize the 25-year-old after she spent almost $100,000 on her surgeries in recent years. She admits to having 3 nose jobs, 2 breast augmentations, a butt lift, Botox, and fillers. The decision came unexpectedly when she made the decision to alter her natural beauty, but now she said she's finally done with it. She said it has been hard though to fight her addiction. She recently did an interview and said, "As soon as I started on the show in 2015, I was obsessed with surgery. When I met Charlotte and seen her lips, I was like, I need them. And now I've had the most work done out of all the cast." But she claims that she is finally done with it and says the lockdown actually helped her reflect and learn to love her looks for how she is now. Winning the #1 place, whether he wants it or not, is Dane Cook. There haven't been many red carpet events in the past year because of this pandemic, but photos of Dane Cook on a previous red carpet went viral because of how different his face looked. The photos, which came from a red carpet event in 2019, actually went viral during the 2020 pandemic when people started sharing them online with the caption, "What the F happened to Dane Cook?" referring to his face and how different he looked. Fans started speculating that plastic surgery was the reason for his transformation. Dane has responded to these types of rumors in the past, saying that he has had work done, and says that he has not and that it is all about a healthy lifestyle. In 2018, he did an interview and said, "So many weirdos DMing me asking why I wax my eyebrows or use Botox. It's called healthy living, my friends. Never drank or did drugs. I've had a dermatologist for years to help me keep my skin nice with constant travel, drink mostly water." But after seeing the 2019 pictures, people do not believe him. Tell me what you think. Is it because he has a dermatologist? Or is it because he had work done? Come on. In our #10 spot is Heidi Montag. If you watched her drastic plastic surgery transformation on The Hills, then you will never forget seeing her big reveal for the first time. She got the title of the plastic surgery queen after doing the impossible and going through 10 surgeries in one day. A very dangerous decision and one that she regrets. She has talked about it since and said that she was actually dead on the table at one point and did not know if she was going to make it out alive. The long list of surgeries include a brow lift, Botox in her face, a nose job, a chin reduction, fat injections in the cheeks, ears pinned back, nasolabial folds, lip, neck, waist, hip, and thigh, liposuction, breast implants to a size F, a butt augmentation, and her back curved. At the time, she said she felt the pressures of Hollywood to look a certain way, but now she says that she would take it all back if she could, and even encourages other women to really think about it before considering plastic surgery. Next up at #9 is Dolly Parton. The queen of country music has always been known for her look, including her plastic surgery. It is no secret, and she's never been shy talking about it. At 75 years old, she still looks youthful as ever, and that is because she is not afraid of a little plastic surgery. In 2019, she did an interview with CBS Sunday Morning and admitted that she knows she looks artificial and is okay with it. She said, "It is true that I look artificial, but I believe that I'm totally real. My look is really based on a country girl's idea of glam. I wasn't naturally pretty, so I make the most of anything I've got." She really is particular about her looks, revealing that she even sleeps with a full face of makeup on in case of emergency. But she's also the first person to poke fun at herself and her journey with plastic surgery. How could we ever forget the famous quote from 2011 when she said, "If something is bagging, sagging, or dragging, I'll tuck it, suck it, or pluck it." Moving on to #8, we have Wayne Newton. He was once a fresh-faced kid from Norfolk who became a legendary Las Vegas entertainer and vocalist. But similar to a lot of other celebrities, it seems he felt the pressure to keep his good looks as he got older. In June of 2018, he made an appearance on The Bachelorette and shocked fans with a different face, everyone saying he looked like a wax replica of himself. According to a plastic surgeon expert, Dr. Brian Glatt, Wayne simply just took things too far. He said, "The look is very overdone and artificial. His cheeks are bursting at the seams from overfill of Botox injections." The internet also had a lot to say about it, mocking him all over Twitter for being the poster for overdoing plastic surgery. As we know, people can be very cruel online, and real life, but Wayne clearly felt he needed it and made the decision for himself. Cruising into #7, we have Carrot Top. It's never been confirmed that he has had plastic surgery, but it has been up for debate ever since his face looked reinvented. In more recent years, it appears that the comedian has undergone multiple plastic surgery procedures, but he's always denied the claims. Professional plastic surgeons have come forward about the topic and speculated that it looks like he had cosmetic procedures done to give him his smooth face and an excessively arched brow. But regardless, the comedian says he wears makeup and that is why he looks different. However, just a few days ago, a fan spotted him on the streets and filmed him for a TikTok, and it immediately went viral. People started a TikTok trend where they react to the video of him, mocking how different he looks than when his career first started. His behavior in the video was also very strange, so that had other people speculating that he was on something, if you know what I mean. Sniping our number 6 spot, we have Donatella Versace. The designer is another celebrity to not openly admit or discuss her plastic surgery, so it too has been a big debate for a while now. Although just by looking at then and now pictures, it's almost impossible to think that her face changed that drastically naturally. While she admits that she doesn't look like this genetically, she says her transformation happened due to her beauty regimen. During an interview, she said, "I'm not like this genetically. I use tons of cream and take care of my hair and skin." One thing she did admit to was Botox, revealing that she had it done in the past, only on her face, but said that it is no longer part of her beauty routine, which most people do not believe. She has looked this way for a long time now though, so you really only know how drastic her change is when you see older pictures of her. Halfway through our list, number 5, we have Katie Price. After being given the title of a glamour icon in the 90s, she struggled with wanting to hold on to her youthful looks that she became known for. She's always been beautiful, but she's also been open about the fact that she felt the pressure to look a certain way in the spotlight. She admits to going under the knife dozens of times to alter her overall appearance. She spent so much money on the procedures that in 2019 she was declared bankrupt. Her family has also been very public about her transformation, claiming that she was addicted to plastic surgery and wanted her to seek help for it. It has been a very long journey for her, an expensive and painful one, but in recent times she is trying to settle down with it. She has given herself time to heal from all the surgeries, and she also cut her hair into a short bob to try and have a more natural look. Coming in hot at number 4 is Janice Dickinson. She has been described as the world's first supermodel and had a wildly successful modeling career in the 1970s and 1980s to back that statement up. She later served as a judge on 4 seasons of America's Next Top Model and started her own modeling agency in 2005. So modeling has been a huge part of her life, and it might be why she turned to plastic surgery to keep up with her own appearance, even though she has always been stunning. But unlike some of the other celebrities on our list who chose to not talk about it, she has always been very open about her plastic surgery. She actually loves talking about the extensive work that she has gotten over the years. During an interview, she actually admitted and said, "I live for plastic surgery." She has had Botox, a facelift, different cosmetic procedures, a tummy tuck, and fillers. In our 3rd spot is Jessica Alves, formerly known as Rodrigo Alves, or the Human Ken doll. Jessica skyrocketed into the spotlight when she was Rodrigo because he had transformed his entire body into looking like a human doll. But in recent times, he transformed into Jessica, and now she looks like a human Barbie doll. So from this point forward, I will be using her new pronouns, she and her. Jessica has spent over £650,000 on more than 60 operations to transform herself into Ken, and then over £100,000 to transform into her current female body. The transformation from Rodrigo to Ken was drastic. You would never recognize that it was the same person, which is why she got so famous in the first place. But even the transformation from Ken to Barbie is big, and now Rodrigo is completely out of the appearance, which is what she ultimately wanted. She has opened up about how happy she is now, saying that she just reached a point where she could not live as a man anymore, even if it was a Ken doll. Making her way into number 2 is Meg Ryan. Over the last few years, articles have posted headlines claiming that plastic surgery ruined her career, but she has never confirmed getting the work done. In 2015, she denied having plastic surgery, but the rumors have never stopped because she looks so different. People have accused her of feeling the pressure of Hollywood, which is why she took a break and disappeared from the spotlight for a while. She has talked about her break and said that she left because she was burned out and felt isolated at the time. But when she came back around, she looked a lot different, and people have criticized her appearance ever since they saw just how different she looks compared to the beginning of her career. But Meg says that she blames ageism on her career as an actor not progressing. She said Hollywood and audiences were just too limited because people would not see her as anything other than a young blonde love interest. We have made it to number 1 and we have Mickey Rourke. People got used to his looks after being in the Hollywood spotlight for decades now. He was often praised for his looks. He was a hunk, to say the least. Which is why people were left in shock after paparazzi photos surfaced and showed him looking like a different person. There was a reason for his journey with plastic surgery though, and it all started when his acting career seemed to hit a dead end. At that point, he decided he would go back to his first passion, which was boxing. Throughout his time fighting, he suffered from injuries like a split tongue, a compressed cheekbone, and broken ribs. It was then when he decided to have reconstructive surgery on his face. So it wasn't all for cosmetic reasons, he actually did a lot of damage to the structure of his face. But he has openly talked about it and admitted that he went to the wrong plastic surgeon the first time and was left with botched results. He had to undergo more surgeries to correct the previous ones, which ultimately changed his whole appearance. As of 2017, it was recorded that he had 5 nose jobs total.